Hey guys, welcome back to the Right Asylum with Emily Walker and Kagan Lee. Today we're super excited because we have Cambria Hebert on, and she is the best-selling author of the Take It Off series, as well as several other novel series, and we're just going to chat with her today about her books and her life and have a good time. So we'll start out with publishing our life news. Kenya, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. This past week was so incredible. I just got back from the Novel Experience event in Atlanta. It was a pretty awesome convention where there were authors and there were readers, and the focus was on authors and readers spending time together. So there were lots of parties where we got to chat with our fans. We had a villains ball where we all dressed up as our favorite villains. I posted pictures on my website. It was so much fun. I was supposed to be Captain Hook, but I left my hook, so I ended up just being a pirate. But yeah, I met Kate Reynolds, who was on our show, our first guest. She was there. It was really nice. There were some really good authors there, and I had a really good time. The signing was very fun, and I signed up for the next one, which is Authors After Dark, which is in Savannah, Georgia, in August. And Cheryl, yes, I love that place. I love Savannah.
Me too.
Yeah, we're going to be doing ghost tours and river cruises, and Sherilyn Kenyon's going to be there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. So that's
awesome.
what. Oh yes. You guys should definitely sign up. They're still gathering authors to do the signing, and it's a really, really good event.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
What month is that?
August 3rd through the 6th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What about you, Emily?
Yeah, my life. Right now I'm just working on a couple of different projects. I don't have anything coming out this month, so kind of a break. You mentioned Kate Reynolds. Her and I are actually working on a co-authored novel together, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And in my personal life, I am in my second trimester because Kenny and I are expecting our first baby.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
So I can talk about it. Thank you. And, well, that's about it. So we'll move on to you, Cambria. What's going on this week with you?
Oh boy, this week, I'm supposed to be starting a new book, but I'm like the queen of procrastinating, so I'm like, yeah, I'll start that like in 5 minutes, and then the next day I'm like, yeah, I'll start that. But I just had a cover reveal on Friday for a new book called Taxi, and that comes out May 6th. And basically, just pounding the pavement, writing, publishing, cover revealing,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for those people who are not familiar with you, I'd like you to tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, how you got started writing, and all that good stuff.
Okay, sure. I'm Cambria Hebert. I am an author, obviously. I also do circus acts and stuff on the side. No, I'm kidding. I'm an author. I've been writing for a long time. I've been published almost 5 years now. I think it might actually be 5 years now. My first book came out in late 2011. I have close to 30 novels out. My most well-known series is the Hashtag series. The first book in that is Hashtag Nerd, and then I have the Take It Off series, and I also have my most recent Gear Shark series, which is a spin-off of the Hashtag series. So, I've written a little bit of everything. I've written young adult paranormal. I've written new adult paranormal. I've written adult romantic suspense. The Hashtag series is new adult college romance. The Gear Shark series is also new adult, but it's got some romance going on. So I've kind of written across the board a lot of different genres.
That's great. That sounds like, I like the hashtag nerd. I have to look that up.
Thank you.
Sounds like it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
The covers for both that series and for Gear Shark are awesome. I love them. I love the way that, especially the latest ones, look like magazine covers.
Mhm.
So clever. I feel like. Who does your cover design?
Regina Wamba at May I Design. She's done every single one of my covers. I've been with her since book 1.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I think
she's
that's
really great.
I think that's really important, especially for branding, to have your covers kind of have the same feel and people know that that is Cambria's work. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
great.
and Regina is the master at branding. I really think that she really knows. And I think it's okay to, like, when you're doing a certain series, you need to keep that one series, like the Take It Off series. It's 10 books. Will be 11 when Taxi comes out in May. They all have the same look to them. That way you know they're all kind of connected. Even though they're standalones, you know they're all kind of connected. They're all in the same genre. But then when you go to the hashtag series, they all look the same. That way you know, the readers know what they're getting when they see the book covers.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so out of all of the genres that you write, what is your favorite one? Which one's the one that you just can't get enough of?
I really like new adult contemporary. I really like that setting. I like the college setting of the hashtag series, and I just really like the new adult versus the young adult. I seem to favor that one a lot more, and I like suspense. I like romantic suspense, which is the Take It Off series. I like that too.
That sounds really good. Oh, no, I was just saying that sounds, the Take It Off series sounds very catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also find myself leaning toward the NA contemporary as well, which I never thought would happen.
No, me neither. I started out with paranormal, and I never said I was just going to write one or the other, but I started out with young adult paranormal, and I wrote that for probably the first year and a half, and then Torch was my first new adult contemporary, and that was the first book in the Take It Off series. And I just remember when I was writing it, I was like, what am I going to do? I don't know how to, because when you write paranormal, there's so much word building.
Yeah.
Not world. There's so much world building and so many details and so much. And when you switch over to a contemporary book, you're kind of like, you don't have to do all of that. So in a way, it's less, but it feels like more because you're so used to like overthinking everything that when you do contemporary, you're like, oh, it's kind of like real life. Like, I don't know.
I totally know exactly what you mean. When I was first challenged to write a contemporary romance, all I could think was this is the hardest thing ever because there's no magic, there's no creatures, there's no evil.
But now that I write it, I'm like, ooh, I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me why you're afraid of chickens.
Everyone asks me that question. I don't like them. They're gross and creepy. I mean, their feet are like, I don't know. I just think they're creepy and like they'll chase you, and I just I don't like them. I don't like the way their eyes look. I don't like their beaks. I don't like their pointy, skinny feet, and I don't like their legs. And I just don't like it.
And if you cut their heads off, they still move around a lot.
Ew.
Have you ever read any of the Terry Goodkin books?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay, because if you had, there's in Blood of the Fold, there's a chicken that's possessed by a demon, and I can totally see how you would be fearful of it because that was really scary.
No, it's like that commercial on TV I saw. Like, was it a turkey or something? Some man was driving a truck and it attacked him. And I said to my husband, I said, that's why I don't like them creepy birds. I'm like, you see? No.
So funny. So you are working working on a new book? Which series are you working on now?
I'm currently writing the third book in the Gear Shark series.
Okay. And then once you get that out, do you write one book at a time?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
I can't write more than one. It divides my attention too much.
Yeah.
I'm crazy like that. I write one because my attention span is so short.
Yeah.
So what's next after that? Do you have a plan? Do you decide which one you're going to write? Do you do it based on sales or based on what's talking to you? How do you decide what the next book is?
A lot of times I do it based on what's talking to me, what characters are loudest in my head. For this one, I just decided I'm going to do there's 4 books in the Gear Shark series, so right after I finish the third one, I'm going to go ahead and write the 4th one and finish up that whole series. And then after that, I'm not sure. I have a couple standalone ideas. I think really by the time I finish that, it really just depends on what's loudest in my head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That makes sense. Which characters are yelling at you the loudest? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mine are all yelling at me at once.
Oh.
So
Oh,
it's always
So are you hybrid published, or are you all traditional or all indie?
I'm all indie.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yep, all
Yes.
indie.
That is amazing. I love it.
I wouldn't be opposed to hybrid, but I'm all indie right now.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I lost my train of thought, which happens a lot.
Pregnancy brain is real. I've been there.
Oh, okay. I know what I was going to. So we're really big in marketing because a lot of the reason that we started this podcast is both for us to help other people learn, but also for me and Kenya to learn as much as we can about this whole writing world we're in. So when it comes to your marketing, do you have like a standard marketing plan for each series? Do you do a rotating schedule? How does that work for you?
In terms of marketing, I'm pretty much, I don't want to say I'm all over the place because I'm not really, but usually I tend to promote the more recent releases that have come out and what I'm working on currently. Like right now, I'm marketing Taxi, but I'm still really marketing the Gear Shark series really heavily, and I still like to keep word out there about the hashtag series. So right now I'm kind of all over the place, but I do usually have like a standard marketing plan for every release. I just kind of do, I always do a cover reveal. I always try and do a release day blitz. I always, not always, but probably 90% of the time, I do a blog tour. I run Facebook ads. I run ads on various different websites. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Facebook, Pinterest. Like I try and put everything everywhere. I just feel like the more you have out there, even if one person sees it from a different site, at least that's one more person that knows about it than wouldn't have known about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It's a good plan. And that's what I've been trying to figure out lately is the more books I write and publish, like which ones do, I don't want to let the first books, fall into the distance, and like just trying to keep it all together is a challenge, but
and I think it also goes on like the demands of the market. Like I have a young adult paranormal series. That was my first series. And paranormal, for me, from what I see in my experience right now, that's not as hot as, say, new adult contemporary. So focusing more on marketing the books that people are reading more right now is probably a smarter business idea because more people would gravitate toward that one. If I was just promoting the YA paranormal all the time, people might not want to click on that as much as, like, say, the new adult.
Yeah, that's true. Like the new adult is so hot right now, so that's wise.
Yeah, so hot. Wow. I just think of Zoolander. And so hot right now. When you started putting books out there, how many books did you have out there before the momentum really started to build? Like, how many did it happen with the first series, or did it come later?
No, I feel like my career has pretty much been gradual. My first series has 4 novels and 4 short stories in it, and I feel like they gained a little bit with every release. But I didn't really feel like my career went on an upswing until several books into my new adult, the Take It Off series. I have a novel titled Text that hit the top 100 on Amazon, and it seemed to get a lot of attention. And after that, my books seemed to pick up more. And then with every release, I just picked up a little bit more momentum. And then I had #Nerd come out, and that just the # series pretty much changed my career in the sense that it's just very popular, and it picked up a very large fan base. So I would say just in the last year and a half, things have really picked up for me. But it's gradual. It's one of those things you have to have patience for.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Congratulations. I'm glad that you stuck it out.
Yeah. It's definitely. I definitely wasn't one of those overnight success. Have one book and hit it big. I've never had any one book just like blow up and be huge. It's just been a gradual continuation of things.
Yeah, and that's one thing a lot of people don't realize is it's normally not like that.
No, it's normally not. It would be really awesome if it would be. It's frustrating when it's not, but that's just not. For me, anyway, it just hasn't been that way.
Yeah.
Wear them down. Keep wearing them down until they have to like.
Pretty much. You just keep working on building your fan base. You just build it and build it, and then hopefully they'll read what you put out.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to write a novel?
It depends on the novel. If I some books I've written in like a little over a week. It just depends. There are some books that have taken me, a month. I'd say on average, it really just depends on the length of the book and how into it I am. But I would say on average, it takes me about 2.5 to 3 weeks, depending on the length. If it's a shorter book, like a Take It Off novel, that could be like a week and a half, because they're a lot shorter than, like, say, the Gear Shark novels.
That's awesome.
Those are standalone, right? Each one of the Take It Off series are standalone?
They're all standalones. They can be read in any order, yes.
Okay.
But the # series... I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm sorry. And Happily Ever Afters and all of those?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And then that series in order.
I feel like that's good. That's the way that you write, and focusing on one thing at a time is probably the best way to do it, to get something out. Just, instead of dividing your time amongst a lot of titles, you get it done a lot faster if you just focus on one, which is what I'm learning now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you focus on one thing, I think it does go a little bit faster, and it's easier to keep writing because it's the story and the characters are fresh in your head, so you can just kind of continue. And I also think, in a way, it builds up some kind of trust between you and the reader, because they know what to expect. They know that you're not going to write one book and put it out and leave them hanging for the next year and a half while you write 3-4 other books. They kind of know that they can read this book and the next one is going to be out, so they don't have to wait forever. And I think that readers need to kind of, in a way, trust the author to keep putting out the books that, at least for the series, that they want to read.
Very well said. Yeah.
Do you have any co-authored projects out there, or is that something that you would consider doing?
I don't have any co-authored projects out there. I'm not saying I would never do it. At the moment, I would prefer not. I'm too controlling.
Yeah.
I like to, you know, like my fear would be I would get working with somebody and we would bash heads about what we wanted the idea to go or the story to go, and I just, it's not that I wouldn't ever do it. I just, it's not something I'm interested in at this moment in my career.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
I just like to know. I like to know because I see a lot. Like there have been some recent releases where it's like, I know there was one. I can't think of the name of it right now. To save my life. But there were, I think, 6 or 7 authors that each wrote a chapter.
I saw that one.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it.
Wasn't it like Felony Ever After or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is it. So I think that's an interesting concept. I think that's an interesting way to bring in their readers with other readers.
That was a good idea. I thought that was really unique.
Yeah. I did something similar like that, but it was only for a blog. I think there were probably about 7 or 8 authors, and we did each write a chapter. It was the Heartbreak Hotel. It was a lot of fun because we had to just pick up where the other author left off, and to find out where that next new author would take the story was always so much fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was really funny because I just kept worrying. I was like, okay, they're going to leave me with the sex scene or something like that. Like, it's going to end up on me to do it because I'd never written anything like that. And I was like, I know it's coming, so.
And break you into it, get you started.
Yeah.
So we're getting pretty close to the end of the time, and what we like to do before we close out is give a marketing or a publishing tip for the week. Okay. And I was just sitting here thinking about mine. I think that mine is blogging is super hard to keep up with, but if you can be consistent with it, and like even if you're just following your journey or picking something out in this, you know, writing related or book related or something like that to write about even just once a week, you can build a pretty good following that way, and they will kind of go from your blog to other social media, find you on Facebook, that kind of thing. I've found that with WordPress especially, and in bloggers, that people will follow your blog. So if you can keep up the momentum of at least trying to post once a week or once every 2 weeks, then you can actually gain a pretty good following that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
What do you think, Kenya?
I agree with you. Blogging's great. That's how I got my first book out, was blogging it, and I try to you know, post an author interview or you know, a blog tour for someone else in addition to putting out articles. I'm actually working on an article now, which I think is going to be very, very helpful for other authors. I'm polling authors and getting everyone's insight on how to run a street team, a successful street team, because you can have a street team and no one does anything.
Yeah.
But then you can also have a street team where they are more than willing. You don't even have to ask them to post for you, share for you, and, you know, just be supportive. So what I'm finding in my research is to basically get your street team and make everyone feel welcome and everyone feel like they're part of the team and that they're important, and to not only share your teasers and your sales, but, you know, kind of get them to interact inside the group. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure you probably have a really good street team, Cambria.
I don't have a street team. I just have a fan club.
Yeah.
I had a street team years ago, but like you said, it was like dead in the water.
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted to do anything and things like that. So I shut it down, and then I went to, like, probably about a year or so ago, I started a fan club at some request, and you know, it's going pretty good. I don't require anybody to do anything. I don't require shares or anything like that. I just basically, it's a place to hang out, to get teasers. Like my last cover reveal, I put up like 2 days early, so they got like an early look at it. things like that. But yeah, it's really fun. You just keep it fun and let them hang out. And yeah, my thing is, if you try not to expect too much out of people in a fan club street team kind of thing, and just kind of want to hang out with them and get to know them and let them get to know you, you'll get better results.
Absolutely.
In that kind of setting, yeah.
I agree. I think that's key.
Yeah. I agree.
And what is your marketing, publishing, or writing tip?
Oh my goodness. Jeez. I think going back to branding. I know we were talking about branding different series and things like that. I think it's important to remember that when you're branding your book, sure, you should brand yourself as an individual, because if people like you and if people want to know you or if people are interested in you, then they'll be more interested in your books. So it doesn't necessarily matter what you're writing because they're invested in you, so they would be more likely to follow you to whatever it is that you are writing. So I think that when you're branding something, you need to keep in mind that you need to brand yourself first, and then your books come after that.
Good.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, Kenya, since you're so good at it, I'm going to let you take us out.
All right. So it was so good to meet you, Cambria, and we were so happy to have you on the show. You're welcome. I will post Cambria's social media, and her books on our website, thewriteasylum.com, and you can find the video on YouTube if you want to go back through it and catch everything. And we will see you guys next week. We have Isla Madden Mills, and it's going to be another great time. Thanks for joining the Write Asylum. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.